What's up, everybody? Alphiks here, and welcome back to Dead Cells. Last time, we did a daily challenge, but as far as normal runs go, we failed a bunch. That's basically all you need to know. Today, though, I wanna redeem myself with some actual good gameplay. However, I do have to say today is Monday. I'm recording this on the same day as it's going up. I did not record anything on Sunday. I'm back after a very exhausting and tiring weekend. Full of joy and wonder and even love. Because I was quite busy, to say the least. There was a lot to do. On Friday evening, I went to a show, a metal show, to my local, concert place, whatever you want to call it. It was pretty good. I quite enjoyed my time at the event. Saw some friends from the local scene. Hadn't seen them in a while. The bands, they were great and fantastic live music on display. I didn't get any merch. I usually get at least something merch-wise, but I decided against it then and there by a forced door. Looks like the prisoner managed to get out of prison early. It sure is convenient finding all these messages on the walls. Lore on a shoestring. The writing is barely legible. Don't want, contaminated, out of here. See you again, I hope. The Malays. Not infected. Won't die. Secret area. Small bag. Left his bag behind him. Must have been in quite a panic. Thanks for the pebble. Okay, back to story time. It was a fun show overall. I had some beer. But there's something that I want to talk about as my voice cracks horribly. Way too many times at shows do I see people without earplugs. Especially when it comes to things like heavy metal, when they just amp up the volume way up. I'm like, please, if you go to any loud places, take care of your ears. You only, as far as technology right now is concerned, there are no ear transplants, as far as I'm aware. So, you only get one pair of ears. Please, do take care of them and use earplugs. Trust me, you can get quality earplugs for 20 bucks. You get them for 20 bucks. And they'll last you a while. Like, if you take good care of them, they'll last you quite a bit. For example, my current earplugs are Earpiece branded ones. They're Earpiece earplugs, and you get 3 plugs in one pack. So if you even manage to lose one or drop it somewhere, you have a spare in there. And it was only like 20 bucks, 20 euros. Really, just get earplugs, and as I said, some quality earplugs. Like, I guess the fear is like, oh, but shouldn't you want to hear the full sound of everything? Well, quality earplugs don't really muffle everything up. You still get to hear everything pretty clearly, like distinguish all the instruments and everything. So there's no excuse to not have earplugs. And that goes especially for actual musicians that go up on a stage. to perform. Because there, up on stage is the loudest that the music ever actually gets. So if you play music for other people and don't wear earplugs, then you're doing it wrong. What are you doing? Like one of my friends from one of the biggest metal bands in Slovenia, called Vigilance. Do check them out if you're into metal. They are fantastic. The lead guitarist of that band had to quit due to tinnitus. I just learned that at the show from the bassist of the band. The lead guitarist had to quit because of tinnitus, because he wasn't wearing earplugs. So after long years and years of playing music and listening to music at loud places without any protection, has cost him a potential career. So please do take care of your ears. Do take care of yourselves. As I said, you only get one pair of ears. So there's that. You know, could we pivot? I feel like we could pivot. I don't know. No, I'm after failing those fucking survival runs so horribly. I really do want to make a survival build like this work. Oh, what do we got here? Looks like a warning message from a guard. It's written in red, so it must be important. Make sure you don't miss your guard duty outside the monster's room. It wasn't easy to chain up. Wouldn't like to have to do it all over again. Some things. Hey, thanks. Just looting the goods. Anyway, that's as far as the concert's concerned. I had a few beers. I didn't smoke anything. Like, yeah, people do smoke weed at shows. And, you know, I'll admit I've indulged a couple of times, but I didn't feel like it. It's a thing that goes with mood. I didn't feel like it that time. Like, meh. It's not like a super important thing or anything. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk about. The entire night on stage, there were this stage smoke or fog or whatever you want to call it. Can we acknowledge how silly that is? Like, it doesn't make you any more cult or any whatever when you have freaking all the fucking smoke and fog, especially if it's like, okay, if it fits with the aesthetic of the band and like the music, then okay, fair enough. You're like shrouded in mysticism or whatever kind of baloney. But if you're just like a death metal band playing, and it's like morbid angel worship, why then do you need the fog? Why is that a thing? Then all it does is it hinders my viewing experience of actual. All night I could barely see any of the drummers of separate bands. I could hardly see what they were doing all that time, and it got kinda shitty sometimes. Also, then you come home, you smell all that fog because it has a particular smell, right? And you come home smelling like that stage smoke, especially for me because I like being near the front. And like you come home smelling like all that freaking fog that pops up on stage. It's not super great, but I have to shower twice the entire day. I mean, it's for good reason, because like in the noon time I went shower normally because I had to. I mean, I needed to. It was about time. But then, in the evening, when I came home from the show, I had to get all the stink off my body, especially because the next day I went to a wedding, and this is the transition when I talk about the wedding. It was pretty lovely. It was a nice wedding, to be honest. Hold on, just before I continue thinking about what to get, let's get the Steam. Okay, hedging my bets. But yeah, it was a nice wedding. By the way, if you're wondering who got married, it was my one of my cousins, my uncle's older daughter. By the way, can we just acknowledge how silly the fact that cousin works for both genders? And it's so, unless you have to either, I don't know. It's so weird thing. I think most other languages have a clear distinction of brother and sister. Well, okay, I mean, but like for the cousins, most other languages have a clear distinction for the gender, and like, why did no one come up when people were thinking of the English language? Why did no one think of maybe hey, there's this word that we are using for the children of our uncles and aunts, or aunts, I don't know. Why are we saying the same word for both genders? And then no one really, nothing changed. Hey, we got this word cousin. Do we specify female cousin, male cousin? You know, I was actually kind of thinking, why not just call him like brotherin? Does sound kind of similar to brethren, but you know, brotherin, as in cousin, brotherin. And then for women, you have sisterin. That latter one doesn't sound quite as good, but brotherin, I could see that working. I don't know, but anyway, my uncle's older daughter got married. Anyway, and yeah, it was a nice wedding. However, I'd like to say, I don't know how it is in other places, but here, I mean, it's tradition that first you do the civil wedding at the where the city government, whatever place, whatever you want to call it, but that the government sanctions the fucking marriage and makes it official, and then you either go at one place or you go to church, and they went to church because my uncle's wife and her side of the family is religious, so they got married, like they went to church. I decided to skip that part, and I went with my sister and her boyfriend, and we had some drinks in the 2 hours in church. By the way, I was not raised religious at all. First, I'm not even baptized, and the only times I really went to church was either as a tourist or back in the day when I was just a little child, a little kid. In my mother's side of the family is religious, but not like super in your face. Like they only really pray for lunch on Sundays, and you know, I accept it. You know, but they don't really like throw it in your, they aren't in your face about it, which I do appreciate it. And they don't even force people to go to church. I don't think my cousin, as far as my male cousin, I think my only real cousin that I have. Shout out to him, by the way. I'm sure he's watching this video. We are pretty close. I don't even think he goes to church on Sundays anymore. If he does, I'm sorry, but I haven't really seen him go anywhere. I hate these kamikazes. They're my worst nightmare right now. But yeah, you know. I don't even know what I'm doing. Hey, shield 10,000. I should have just paid the 2,000 on the last floor to get the one behind the door. This one's 10k. I'll pass. I haven't even been using my wooden shield, honestly, so whatever. But yeah, they don't throw it. They aren't in your face about that. Even I wear, you know, I can wear my metal shirts, my merch that has some, you know, non-Christian or anti-religious imagery. And they aren't bothered by it. At least they don't say they are, thankfully, which I do appreciate that again. But yeah, when I was young, I just went to church with them when I was on vacation there. That's because I couldn't stay alone at home, so that makes sense. But once I grew older, they were like, yeah, you can stay at home on Sundays. Thank you, by the way. But yeah, look, if people are religious, you do it. You do you. I'm not bothered. Just don't throw it into people's faces who aren't religious, you know? Just it'd be like that, you know? But yeah, I went with my sister and her boyfriend. We had some drinks while everyone else was in church. Then we went out to a nice restaurant. It was a nice place, by the way. The food in that restaurant was absolutely insane in the best way possible. Like multiple courses, or multiple course meals. Some very well prepared, and for the amount of people there, it was well served and everything. Oh, we gotta praise the sun here, by the way. Yeah, we've done this before. It's obviously Souls reference. But yeah, it was nice to see all the family again and catch up. And it was like the first time dressing nicely in over a year for me. I mentioned, like, I went to prom. I had my prom last April. And I basically used the same suit, at least as far as pants go. I had the same pants, but a different shirt. As I mentioned, I went shopping for a different shirt sometime last week. Honestly can't remember which day it was. But yeah, I shaved my beard, not fully, but just trimmed it. Because my beard got really long after not really touching it for several months. So it was about time I cleaned it up a bit. And it was a fun night. Fun times all around. I drank, as far as actually drinking goes, I probably drank more alcohol than I've ever drank in my life in a single night. Like a bunch of, and not just night, but like back at the, you know, in the afternoon when we were waiting and having a bit of food before the wedding actually got fully started. I had like 2 glasses of rosé, and then while we were waiting for the church part of the wedding to finish up, I had 2 glasses of beer. Carlsberg, by the way, really good. Nice lager. We got everything? I think we got everything. Okay. And then back when we were at the party as well, I had like another, like there was champagne. Ooh, a little bit of the bubbly. Man, I've been waiting to say that on video since it happened. Dude, the Chris Jericho champagne, a little bit of the bubbly memes are so freaking funny. It's one of the best memes of the end of August / September. It's hilarious. Yeah. Go check out some compilations if you want some laughs. Chris Jericho, by the way, he's like, except his band, not very good, or at least not up to my taste. But as a wrestler, he's a legend. He's gone through so many different phases and transformations and gimmicks, and he's one of the best ever, in my opinion. He's hilarious. Anyway, what should we get here? Let's do Killer Instinct. But yeah, no, like there was champagne and some white wine. And honestly, yesterday my kidneys actually hurt from how much I drank. I wasn't like I wasn't drunk. I probably underestimate how much I can drink. I never really was super drunk. If anything, I had some buzz. I was like, what? Oh my god, he was locked up. He was locked up so long. That was amazing. Yeah, I had some buzz multiple times at shows. I think at shows the most I drink was like 4 beers. Some other things. There's one time, and that was one of the first shows I actually ever went to, again with that same cousin. We went back before my tastes shifted more to traditional metal. I went to a Parkway Drive show in like 2016 with said cousin, and we had we had a bunch of beer at the venue, and like Red Bull vodka, and I got absolutely destroyed at the show. Yeah, we were so tired. It was a great night. Even though I don't listen to any of the bands that were there anymore, but it was nice memories for like a first show that I went to. It was it'll be in my memories. But yeah, like I get like 3 to 4 drinks, mostly like in between bands, while waiting for other bands to come on, you know. Yeah, that wedding, I drank a lot more than I usually did. And then yesterday I went to like cap off the entire weekend. I was out for like what, 3.5, nearly 4 hours with Pokemon Go Community Day, like catching some Turtwigs. Like I caught so many Turtwigs, I don't want to see them for the next several months until the December Community Day, when all the Community Day Pokemon from the entire year are going to be around. I caught like 4 shiny Turtwig. And at least enough to get a full line. This is worse than my current Flint. What the fuck? Get out of here. Yeah, I came home tomorrow then around 4 p.m. and I was done with life. I was so exhausted. Walking around the city or town. Walking around town in from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It was not super hot. It was like around a little under 30 degrees. By the way, Celsius is king. And when I say degrees, I mean it. I mean Celsius, not Fahrenheit. I don't know how much in Fahrenheit that is. Maybe around 100? A little under 100? Around 90? I don't know the exact conversions. I'm sorry. But it did get... It did get hot. And I came home super tired. I went to watch the MotoGP race. I fell asleep while watching the... I didn't watch it live. I couldn't. I watched a replay on... You know, on like... With the ability to watch programs back on TV. I watched that. I actually paused the VOD, the VOD, and fell asleep for 2 hours on the couch. That's how tired I was. I couldn't even watch the race to the end. And I woke up, I finished it, and I was way too out of it to even record anything, which is now I'm doing this on the day it's coming out. Good run, by the way. Made it past the conjunctivious. I'm going pretty quick as well. We made a time door, the post first boss time door, which I don't think we actually have done so far in this series. But I'm obviously skipping enemies and the like. But that's sometimes you just want to do that. You don't really want to fight everything. Yeah, now back on the grind. Back on the grind, doing videos. And tomorrow, something big's coming tomorrow. I might start streaming it, but Guild Wars 2 is coming out with its 5th season of the Living Story. The Icebrood Saga begins tomorrow. And then there's me, I haven't even finished the Path of Fire expansion story. So, I gotta do some catching up with like Path of Fire and Living World Season 4. So I might stream that once I'm done with all the recording stuff and get ahead of videos again. Because I managed to get everything uploaded in time. But now I'm out of everything again, so I gotta get the ball rolling again, you know? But one thing I'd also like to talk about, something absolutely insane that happened a few days ago. It was like Friday or no, it was Thursday night. Early Friday morning, Thursday night. I'd absolutely just like to thank Mr. Northern Lion for allowing me to pimp my channel on Twitter. By the way, follow me on Twitter, link in the description. You can just follow me for updates on content or just random shit that are my interests. I'll tweet things about metal, about motorsports, different sort of stuff. If you want just random shenanigans, more of me, follow me on Twitter, link in the description. Anyway, he failed. He didn't get a Children of Morta video out on Thursday, and he tweeted it out. You know, sorry, he was busy. And then there's me in the reply to the tweet, saying like, "Oh, this is good." I went like, "Hey," mostly jokingly, like, "Hey, can I pimp my channel to tie people over?" Since, you know, I play Children of Morta as well on my channel. And to my surprise, and just to my shock, my surprise, the madman says, quote retweets with fucking go for it. And I was like, I was shaking. Honestly, I was in shock and awe. And I put it out. Hey, put out the channel, saying, you know, we have fun here. We play three videos a day, and all the good games that we. No, my worst nightmare. Get him out of here. We got. Okay, we got 2 more. No, you son of a bitch. God damn it. Sorry. But, yeah, I put out the link. He quote retweeted that. And thank you to everyone who stuck around from that. Like, I gained 50 subscribers overnight. One of the best things that's ever happened to me. So, thank you all. If you've stuck around, if you're watching this video still after 30 minutes. Thank you so much for sticking around and subscribing. There's a lot more to come from Alphiks, myself. Yeah, this run ended was cut short sooner than I would have liked. Again, we're gonna get to that freaking giant, and we're gonna kill that freaking giant. And I need to stop. Okay. You know what? Next time we won't go for survival run. We can have a bit of a tease. Ooh, we got twin daggers next run. We're gonna just have some brutality. But for now, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to click that like button down below. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe so don't miss an upload. I'll catch you next time. Peace.